Oh boy. Yow. Oh, yeah, maybe vocal fry on that laugh. My God.
I know.
You just inch into the vocal fry. I live in the vocal fry.
I was born in the vocal fry.
You merely
Oh, I
adopted
wasn't born
You
there.
merely adopted it. Oh, my throat hurts now. God damn it.
I blame my vocal fry on donating platelets, and every time I was done donating platelets, I'd have a really raspy voice, and then I just would constantly talk like a pirate for the next 45 minutes home after donating, and then suddenly my voice was stuck like that.
That's wonderful.
Donate platelets, people. It's good.
If I wasn't diabetic, I could.
I donate plasma.
But they won't take any of my blood or blood adjacent things.
I know Ken used to donate teeth.
I ran out.
Then you gotta start getting other people's teeth.
They stopped giving them to me.
I'm Joe.
I'm Ken.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Dan.
We're the Rewinders podcast, rewinding movies to see if they hold up. And this time, we shut the door on the Summer of Sadness. We're all sad to see it go.
Is it more like we shut the door and stubbed our toe in the process?
Probably.
Just one little bite of pain as we exited?
As we
No.
I hope that recorded
stubbing
properly,
our
because you just
toe.
cut out really bad on
Yeah,
Discord.
he got out bad.
Oh, Destiny knows what he said. We're good.
Maybe I just naturally sounded that way.
Maybe. He was mimicking
Anyway.
being driven away as he held.
Aw. But we ended the Summer of Sadness with Fox and the Hound.
Arguably the least sad of all of the films that we've watched thus far.
Really?
I would say.
What was the last one we watched?
So it was Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah,
and
great.
and then another film that wasn't Grave of the Fireflies.
Land Before Time.
Yeah, there was Land Before Time, and there was one between those.
Was there?
We did. This is the fourth, is it not? Oh God,
No, this is the third.
this is the third.
This is the third.
That can't
Yeah.
be. There's 4 months in the summer.
Well, we started late.
I mean,
That
there's
would
there's
never
a
happen.
whole website that has all of our episodes on it that I could just quick verify to make sure that I'm not entirely insane.
Wait, what? We're recording this?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So
we had,
while Dan looks up our episodes,
yeah, I mean, we had Land Before Time, Grave of the Fireflies, and before that was Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which some might argue is also a sad movie.
Summer of Sadness.
Oh no, this would be the third. I thought we did one in between
Yeah.
Land Before Time and Grave of the Fireflies, but we didn't.
No,
So this is
no,
still probably the least sad of the three. Maybe Land
Okay.
Before Time was less sad.
And to augment the Summer of Sadness, it as I've said before, it became the animated Summer of Sadness because all of the non-animated films that we had on the list kind of disappeared from streaming.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So-
It was
Did we-
shocking. We had so
Yeah, didn't
many
we pick
films picked
Shawshank?
out. We had
Or no, not Shawshank.
we had
Schindler's.
Schindler's
We picked
List,
Schindler.
and I think Shawshank was on there, wasn't it?
I don't know.
No,
Schindler's was.
No, it's not
They both
sad.
start with sh. So I messed
He had a
up.
bunch of films, and they all but these three disappeared off of streaming. So I don't know.
So, yes, maybe not the saddest, but we made a good effort.
Valiant effort.
I originally, I'll say that watching Fox and the Hound was not all that much because I don't know if we had the VHS when I was a kid. But what we did have was the book and record. And I would always do those two things together as a kid. I'd sit down, put the record on the record player, and then you go through the book as the record plays, and then it does the songs, and then it has the actors doing voices and stuff, and then you get to read certain parts yourself. I very much enjoyed
sounds
that.
novel.
That's like the main history for me.
And I kind of like it. I wish I would have had that kind of experience. but I'm pretty sure my experience was a scrubbed from live TV VHS recording of this, because I don't
Yeah.
remember having like the clamshell for Fox and the Hound, but that was also several decades ago at this point, and my memory's not good day to day, so you can't see me doing a thumbs up, but that good luck.
You could hear the thumbs up.
Good, excellent.
Made that squishy sound like the Fallout guy.
Oh, yes. I think that's just his name, Fallout Guy.
Fallout guy.
Or
Yeah.
Vault Boy. What did I
Vault
say?
Boy.
No.
It wouldn't be Fallout Boy, because that's like a band, isn't
Do
it?
name their band after the game.
Okay.
You can quote me on that. You might be quoting something that's wrong, but you
Yeah.
can quote me on it.
Because it's actually named after The Simpsons, Ken. That's one thing I do remember.
I doubt that.
No, it actually is.
As someone who's never really watched The Simpsons, I highly doubt that. The Simpsons has never predicted nor influenced culture whatsoever.
What? No, never.
Not-
But
not-
no, they
nope,
are
not
they
at
are
all.
actually literally named after Fallout Boy from The Simpsons. I looked that up in my teenage youth. I was wondering why.
Actually, yeah, they probably were around as a band before Fallout really hit the prominence. Who knows? Good TV show. Love it.
Still gotta watch it. I only saw episode 1, but I loved it.
The band was yet to decide on a moniker when they played their first show. We basically booked as Pete's new band. But Fallout Boy, named after Radioactive Man's sidekick in The Simpsons, eventually won out.
Lame.
Wow. I had no idea. Well,
Now
I
you
have
know.
learned something new.
Don't get all
It
steamed
is
hams
time
about
to go
this.
home.
Steamed hams. That's still one of the best episodes.
No,
Aurora
that's
Borealis
Aurora Borealis.
in your kitchen.
in the early
This time of
afternoon.
year.
At this time of day? This time of year?
Whatever the hell. God. Oh. Endlessly quotable. Endlessly.
Less quotable, Fox and the Hound.
Yeah.
No.
There's not a lot to quote here.
We're the best of
Not a
friends.
lot.
There's a whole song about it.
I'll get into the songs, but I would really struggle to call any of these songs. I don't know.
I'm on the same page as you.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
They're certainly not good if you do consider them songs.
Yeah.
They definitely try to feel like they're naturally occurring within the movie, but it's just like, what are you? Ugh. Anyway, I don't have any history with this movie. I watched it once as an adult before, and I would never have watched it again if it wasn't for this podcast. I probably will not watch it again. Spoilers.
It's not like you're really missing anything, so it's okay.
There's going to be a whole lot of talking after this. People are going to be missing a whole lot if I give away all the spoilers.
We had the clamshell. Mm-hmm. It was one of those movies that my mom was very fond of, so I was kind of forced to watch it by proxy. Like, oh, it's one of my favorite movies. Now you're going to watch it too. Like one of those type deals. So I don't know. This movie and Jungle Book, I feel like just kind of came out of nowhere for me in my childhood. I wouldn't have probably picked them off of a shelf to watch on my own, but they were constantly in rotation because they were just popped in, and it's like parents showing you what their favorite things are.
Well, see, and then there was the whole, like, Disney Renaissance, or whatever they call it, when they, like, re-released a bunch of original films in the early 90s.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because, like, I remember seeing Jungle Book in the theaters, and that movie came out in 1967.
It's all that damn vault.
Jungle Book came out in 1967?
Jungle Book came out in 1967.
Wow.
And then they reused the animation.
Yep, they reused the animation in Robin Hood.
Yep.
And in Cinderella?
Can't remember what the other one was.
Or no, Cinderella was
Maybe.
before that.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
But yeah, it's I don't know. Watched it a bunch as a kid. I never really. I liked it when I was maybe a toddler, but it's one of those movies that I couldn't really remember anything about. So I was excited to go back and watch it for our podcast. But I'm with Ken. I will never watch this movie again. Probably
No reason for me to ever go back and watch this.
I'm good.
The few children that are in my life are old enough to not want to watch this. So cool.
I'd worry that a child doesn't have enough attention span to get to the actual meaning of this movie, and they'd end up being little racists.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the problem with early Disney movies, because it takes 10 minutes to get through the opening credit
Oh
sequences.
my god! the credits for this.
Yes.
They did the whole cast.
Uh-huh.
They did the entire
no
credits
music.
roll.
But no.
there was
But
music.
no.
There was just
Very-
it was all instrumental.
But no, we gotta
No,
we gotta go off and twist George Lucas's nuts because he decided to shake things up and make it interesting for an opening crawl. But no, can't have that.
The one I watched didn't have music. It just had incredibly quiet nature noises, and I didn't even know they were there until I cranked my headset all the way up.
That's what I had until the gunshot goes off, and you're like, oh, the movie's beginning now.
And boy, does the movie begin with
Boy, yeah,
a
double
fox that's
tapping
sad
mom.
for about
Boy, howdy.
3 seconds.
Can't have a Disney movie without
Murder.
twisting a knife in your heart.
Little
in the first
matricide.
5 minutes.
Yeah, and not only that, but showing you
Yep.
after shooting, here's the carcass.
Yeah, that's a first.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised this time around. I'm like, whoa, they went pretty hard on this one.
The Bambi crowd was like, you know what we could have used? Just visual proof that it was his mother that died.
I didn't realize the cast for this film. Tigger's voice actor, the Sheriff of Nottingham's voice actor, Piglet,
Yeah.
all of these staple Disney voice actors. I had no idea.
Yep.
I think
they get
that's the
around
same
well.
guy.
It could have all been the same guy. Peter.
I think that's all the same guy.
I think one thing that confused me is it's been so long since I've seen this movie. I just assumed that
Jim Cummings.
Jim Cummings. Yes, Jim Cummings. It's been so long since I've seen this movie that I just assumed that it was the other way around. I thought Mickey Rooney would be Todd, and that it wasn't that way at all. Kurt Russell was Todd, and that surprised
Russell
me.
was Copper.
Or Copper,
Russell,
Todd
yeah.
Copper.
Todd was.
Sorry. Oh my God, I already got their names messed up. That's
Shoot,
how much I checked out of this
wrote
movie
this down.
mentally.
I didn't write it down.
Oh my God, I'm sorry for confusing everyone. Yes, the other way around. I thought that Mickey Rooney was Copper, but Mickey Rooney's actually Todd, and that took me for a loop for a second. I'm like, wait, Copper sure does sound like Kurt Russell. Oh, that's because he is.
Todd was
Kurt
voiced
Russell
by
money.
3 different people.
Well, and yeah, he had the child voice, adult voice.
I still love that Disney's dying written words were Kurt Russell, and nobody knows why.
Big
Yeah,
Trouble Little China.
When Disney passed away, the exact last thing that Walt Disney wrote before his passing, his final last written words were, they were all very sweet, but then in his desk drawer was a note with literally just Kurt Russell written on it. Nothing else, just Kurt Russell.
Coming for you.
So yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Wow. Was kind of surprised. And I mean, I try not to look too deep into these movies before watching them, but seeing Corey Feldman did the voice for Young Copper.
Wait, what?
Kinda
I didn't
weird.
check that out.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Just odd.
He's off with his angels at concerts.
Did anybody like anything about this movie?
Yeah, it's pretty damn quiet.
It's not like it's bad.
No, it's not.
I think it
It's-
has
we
wonderful
were
animation there.
Wildly
Yeah, it does
outside
have
of the
really good
demographic for this
animation.
film. So, there's only one sticking point in this film, and it's the reason why we picked it for Summer of Sadness.
Should we just cut to the chase? It's when she
leaves him in the
abandons
woods?
him in
Yes!
the forest.
Jesus Christ. I had to pause the film.
And then I went and snuggled my
my-
dogs.
Oh my god.
Especially my little prissy dog that loves to curl up on me and take naps on me. I had to go snuggle him.
On top of it, I not sure if it was intentional double entendre here or if it's just something that I interpreted it this way now that I am an adult that has had many pets. The words that they were using in just speaking and the song made it very much feel like it would apply to a pet passing away as well.
Yep.
That's what more got to me than the actual abandonment.
And the problem with that scene is that it comes the pace it's not the problem with the scene. It's that the pacing for this film is just so wildly
Sporadic.
uneven.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I caught was just I couldn't get a sense of grip on the feelings I was supposed to be having because they kept changing so rapidly. It's like every time I nestled into a mood, I'm like, okay, here. Oh, nope, we're on to a different mood now.
The vibe I got off of it is like if a song's happening, time is passing at a different rate than what you're viewing it. And occasionally, when there's not a song playing, but characters are just doing stuff and not really talking, again, they're compressing time again. There's a whole amount of time passing, so the dog and the fox are playing. Well, that's not just one play session. That's a couple of play sessions because they're crunching down time to tell a story within an hour.
Gotcha. I didn't catch that, so to me it felt like they played together once and then they were supposed to be friends, and he had a very diluted sense of friendship in his mind.
No, yeah. It has to be the time dilation to tell the story.
It's a clever way of doing it.
And using, like montages and stuff like that to just show, okay, this is kind of what they're doing, but they're doing a lot of this. Same thing with Lady Fox. You don't usually typically drop, I'm going to want to have 6 kids on your freshly found dude's feet.
Yeah.
Unless you're crazy.
How long do foxes live? Like, they're going to have to get at it if they're going to want to have 6 pups. They don't have time for a long courtship here. First date, you got to know.
3 to 4 years is the average fox lifespan. Red fox, 3 to 4 years.
That seems so short.
That's sad.
Seems very
They
short.
deserve
Holy
longer
crap.
than that.
I thought they were going to be like dog length.
Nope,
Yeah.
they are not, and that's probably because it's
Is that because they're
Cat
like
software
out in the
on their
wild and doing
dog
crazy
hardware?
stuff?
maybe, probably. I don't know.
Man.
And why are all these animals friends with Big Mama? Do they not know Big Mama is a
Like an
predator?
apex predator?
that would
That would eat most of them.
Well, I mean, look at Winnie the Pooh. Like, Rabbit and everybody's friends with the owl, so I think owls are just misrepresented in Disney movies.
I think she would eat the little bird, and that's about it. The 2 birds that I completely forgot that were in this movie.
Oh my
chasing
god,
a
they were what
caterpillar that I
maybe
completely
Dinky and
forgot
Boomer?
there.
they were what elevated the movie from just disinterest to hate. I hated those 2 birds more than anything else. But anyways, yeah.
They're the R2D2 and C3.
No, it's like 2 Jar Jar Binkses with slightly different
Hang on a
personalities just
second.
bonking around.
What are you saying? What are you
I
saying?
thought- I thought of them more
Whoa,
like
hang on a
Scrat.
second.
A completely different movie altogether.
I think they just
Big
they
Mama's
needed,
Obi-Wan
they
Kenobi.
need to just leave Squeak alone and let Squeak do his thing. But instead, we had an entire different story arc with these 2 damn birds and this freaking inchworm.
And the music, the first time they were on screen, it was so sinister for some reason. It didn't have like a real beat to it, and it wasn't really anything catchy. It was just, it sounded sinister as hell. And I'm like, this is really kind of a weird feeling I'm experiencing. What is this?
It's they're trying to make you not upset, but uneasy. They're trying to give them like a mobster vibe.
Yeah.
You're like, can we really trust these here birds? And then they
Like
end up just
Horace
being,
and Jasper from the 101 Dalmatians?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but they're just bumbling oafs. These guys, like, they're out to kill this
Bumbling
worm, and they're
oafs.
not good at it.
I like that.
I'm wondering how those birds ever ate.
Yeah, right? If they're only after that one worm.
That worm that had an insane lifespan for a caterpillar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think caterpillars live like as long as a dog.
Did you not have the like growth of a caterpillar lesson in school?
That was a callback to my earlier reference to foxes.
Okay, fair.
I
That's
like
fair.
the term
foxes and
Yep,
plane.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
I think the best thing that came out of all this was bumbling oaf. That's how I'm going to describe Richard Dean Anderson's performance in the Stargate show.
You're gonna have the entirety of the Stargate fan base on your ass, and I'm just gonna sit back, not gonna defend you anymore. You keep it up.
Sorry, I got Kurt Russell on my side.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So when they were playing, there was one line that I wrote down that I really liked. The fox is like Todd says, "Oh, race ya," and the Hound says, "If you give me a head start, I can beat you." And that was funny.
That's wholesome. I like that.
You know what's not? Disney live firing a gun on screen.
Yeah, so
That's back when they
a whole bunch of times, and not a lot of gun safety.
That was my biggest takeaway is, okay, cool. So it's a pretty decent movie where people are having a happy life until some gun-toting lunatic comes along, paranoid as fuck about his property, wildly inappropriately displaying the use of his gun, and then a lady inappropriately responding to that.
Using it against him?
Yeah, he shoots her car, she shoots his car.
Wrong.
This is a different time, I guess.
When did Fox and the Hound come out again?
81.
81?
And then he blames old Chief on a fox that's not even... Like,
that pissed me off.
Brought the dog off. It's his own fault. That's a lot of projection going on here.
It's like you backwards yokel. It wasn't your dog. I mean, it wasn't the fox that almost killed your dog. It was a damn train. Anyone could see that, but no. Too convenient.
Nope. Which he should be grateful. Getting hit by a train in Red Dead Redemption kills you.
And then
doesn't just
falling that
hurt your
distance
leg.
as a dog into
I
shallow
thought
water?
for sure he was going to die. And when he didn't, and he just had a boo-boo on his leg, that actually made me mad.
Yeah, they definitely didn't have the gall to go and actually off that one dog. I think that might have been a bit much for a kid's movie.
Bit much for a kid's movie. They killed Todd's mom.
I was literally going to say, they murder his damn mom in the opening screen.
Not by a train. By the way, did you see who's driving the train? It was Todd.
Oh, that makes sense. Then. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have to go back and watch this
I thought it was Big Mama.
Nope. You know what? No, I'm not going to argue it. I'm going to believe you. Okay, it was Todd driving the train.
All
That's
right,
fine.
cool.
Because I'm not going back and watching this film.
Answer solidified. Now
You don't
I understand why he's so
drive
mad.
a train. You engineer a train. God damn it! I ruined that. That's not right either.
Trying to be a train nerd and just couldn't do it.
I don't want to build it. I
Failing
just want to drive
horribly.
it.
I just know it's not a conductor. A conductor does other things.
The conductor is at the end of the
The
train.
conductor has to be Tom Hanks.
Hot chocolate.
Hot.
Speaking of Red Dead Redemption killing blows, Todd also takes one when he goes over a waterfall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's just a waterfall. There aren't any shark rocks at the bottom.
Yeah, it'll buff out.
He lands
Kill
on
you
water.
in Red Dead Redemption.
The historically most soft substance in existence, water.
I'm also going to just come out and... Oh, my God, my voice. Big Mama is there grooming children animals in the forest to set them up with other animals like a pimp.
She's kind of like a little matchmaker,
Later.
isn't she?
Yeah. Oh, I'm your good friend there. Hey, I'm also your good friend here. Why don't you two boink? And then have her pervy bird friends pay to watch.
Oh, that's where it comes in. The
That's
bird
where
friends.
It's all tied together. I
Yep.
see it.
The bird friends
I'm
are the
not-
rich
I-
elite, and they pay.
Not seeing Joe standing in front of a board covered in pictures and red thread.
Maybe this hunter was doing some good for this
No, I refuse to
ugly
believe this.
forest full of these evil, monstrous birds. And
This crazy man barges into a
animals.
woman's house.
This crazy man has a completely full shed of furs and wears long underwear all the time.
That's a very solid point.
Maybe he only kills enough to sell and not enough to use
Did
himself.
you see how big the pile was in the truck when they were driving back home?
So many. That dog was so good at finding things. That's my takeaway. Hounds can smell really well.
Yeah.
They smell everything.
Yeah, but
They smell what you're
the problem
looking
is
at
he's not that good of a
on the
shot.
internet. No.
So like, how did he kill so many animals? How many animals did he maim and are still laying out in the woods? Like
Probably tons.
so many partially dead animals just out there.
You think he just ran over him with his car?
Maybe.
He also had a ton of traps.
He did. He did.
True, yeah.
I learned just
Unethical amount of
recently
traps.
that laying traps is wildly illegal.
Now, yeah.
Now, yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, you don't do that stuff.
Nope.
You also
Because
That's
it
bad.
you also
aims
don't
animals.
just discharge your gun into a fellow motorist's vehicle because you're mad at them.
Well,
That doesn't fly anymore.
maybe it should.
You should.
Was it at one point that Hunter guy is all threatening that lady, and he's like, if I see him again on my property, I'll shoot him, and this time I won't miss. And I just laughed. I'm like, BS. And then when it came up, yep, he missed every single time. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, this dude's like a stormtrooper. It's pretty great.
He's Amos and she's Willow, by the way, if you wanted to use names, but Old Hunter Man and Old Lady also work.
So real question is at the end of the film, had literally the ending of the film just cut to a room with Amos and Willow making out and left it there for an uncomfortable minute or so, and then it faded to black and credits rolled, or panned out the window and credits started rolling, would that have made the film better?
No.
No.
If after all the heartache and all the stress, love blossomed between those two old birds.
No.
No.
That'd be gross.
The fact that she was fixing his feet was as close as they possibly could have ever gotten to that.
I don't know. I don't think we saw the whole thing, and I don't feel like that's all she was fixing.
I don't like where this conversation is going, and I'm pulling the card. We need to move on. I am
probably
uncomfortable.
fixing a nice beef stew.
Let's move on.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with anything PG and all that, so I just didn't say anything.
Is it weird that they named the Hound Copper?
No, he's golden colored.
Is he
or
golden
he's
colored?
coppery colored.
He seemed to be a bit of a snitch,
Okay, I see what you're getting at.
chasing after all them foxes and cunning little.
They must have done something. He wouldn't be chasing them if they weren't in trouble with the law.
I don't like where this is going. But it's where it's supposed to be going.
To be honest, I have so little notes about this.
I have nothing good to
they
say.
reused the squirrel animations from Sword in the Stone.
Those are
nice.
good
I
animations,
think.
though.
I don't remember when Sword in the Stone came out again.
Yeah, I think it was earlier than 81. It's one of my. I really like.
We
that
did
one.
it.
I remember enjoying
We
that movie.
did it.
Yeah,
There's
we
no
did it.
way we did that.
No,
I'm
we didn't.
calling Hornswoggle
No,
on
we
you.
didn't. I
Hang
haven't watched
on.
Sword in the Stone since I was like a wee lad.
No.
It was one of our first films as a group.
No,
False.
I don't think
False.
so. No. Yeah, fake news, Dan.
I swear to God.
Okay, look at your little website.
Pulling Drive open and opening the folder where all our recordings are.
Website.
you have them from that
Yeah.
old? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I have them
it was.
all too.
I'm getting. It was Robin Hood. Never mind.
We did do
I
Robin
think
Hood.
Sword in the Stone is on our list of films to watch though.
Hell yeah,
should
because
be.
it's great.
63.
Well,
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
quite
Yeah.
the 80s or 90s, but I'll let that slide.
Dr.
Like I said, there
Yeah,
was
I watched it
the
enough.
Disney Renaissance. They started re-releasing films back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I was watching Sword in the Stone before the Renaissance.
Watched it before. It was
Okay.
cool.
Because I was born.
Okay, Mr. Hipster, you liking your PBR?
No, I don't even think I've ever drank one.
It's not bad.
My cheap beer of choice if I have no other options.
Yeah, I mean,
like Sagres now.
Well, yeah, you have access to exotic beers from.
This is not exotic, but it's at least tastes
it's
better than
exotic
US
enough.
domestic
It's not
beers.
available in the U.S.
Like Rolling Rock. Exotic.
Ooh. Ooh.
like Yingling's exotic here because they don't sell it in our state.
That's
You know
true.
what?
That's true.
That's fine.
That's perfect.
Yeah, but it's coming. It's coming to Illinois.
It can stay there.
Yeah, it can. It's trash.
It's awful. I hate it.
It's awful. Is that because we're tainted? Are we jaded by the spotted cow? Is
Yes.
that why? I think. I mean, that's arguably a better beer.
Spotted Cow is where it starts, and then it just gets better as you go on further into the. Gosh, I don't want to sound all beer snobbish. There's a lot of good beers around
There's
here.
a lot of good beers in Wisconsin.
Hell,
There's
there's a
Stone
lot of
Arch
good,
does good
just
beers.
a lot of good beers. I've been drinking some stuff from Indiana lately. Real good.
a bunch of good stuff from Colorado too.
Oh yeah. You know what's not good? The music in this movie.
Oh, the
I
music
do
in this
have.
movie.
At one point in my notes, I saw fit to write. Where did it go? This music is weird and gross. Or something like that. What is
I
it?
love it.
It's the remnants
love
of
it.
like that folksy era of music in the U.S. It's really reflective of that, and I kind of have a place for that in my nostalgia because of things like the books on record and stuff like that I would get because they all use that. PBS always kind of had that folksy music on shows.
Half-hearted. These songs feel half-hearted and gross,
Okay.
which I stand by. They
I mean,
were
really the only music that has any real like weight to it is the song that plays when Willow takes Todd out to the woods.
It seduces him.
No, you're in the wrong one.
What?
It
What
doesn't seduce the
version
What?
of this film did you
Oh,
watch?
No, I swear that happened, and then it also ended with Amos and Willow making out at the end. I thought it was really
okay.
weird because they kind of were the reason.
Andy watched the director's
I was
cut.
gonna say I watched. Yeah, it's the director's cut. Yeah,
Figured it out, guys. He watched the director's
that's
cut.
what it
Okay.
was.
It was him.
Wasn't
was
the
I not
director
supposed to watch the
indicted for a bunch
director's
of
cut?
child porn or something?
What?
What?
There was no nudity or anything weird.
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
It's gonna be really weird if we can't get that in the cut because.
Well, we don't even know if Andy was recording during.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
man has not been recording the entire time.
I thought we just.
This
I thought we just
show.
went online to talk about this. I didn't know we actually recorded and did anything with it.
Wait a minute. Ken, have you been doing your safety track?
Nope.
Oh, we're boned.
I opened OBS and forgot to click the record button.
Oh, all is lost.
Oh no.
So don't fuck it up.
Anyway, I thought they did great with like expressive faces for the animals.
I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
they like the animation for this is like top tier Disney animation. It's really well animated.
Like Amos's mustache is almost a character itself.
Well, I feel
another
like that
caterpillar.
they're just reusing a bunch of animations from previous Disney films because that mustache is the same mustache that they used in Sword of the
They
Stone,
would never do that willingly.
or at least they took the same
It's
idea, like
cost
design
savings.
ideas.
So they reuse it. They don't have to pay for someone, and they can allocate those funds to other things to have new and cool stuff somewhere else.
How does this film have a 78% fresh Rotten Tomatoes score?
I can tell you how.
That's an audience
Cooper.
score.
Copper.
Like,
Copper?
People watch this movie and they say, "Gosh damn, that is a cute little hound dog. I would like 13 of them."
Put him in my bag.
Because dang it, when this movie started, I was like, "I want a hound dog." And I was like, "Nope, you got a hound dog at home." And I pointed at the beagle that was sitting on the couch.
See, and maybe I'm weird, but I'm in the other camp. I saw this and I really, really wanted a Todd.
Hey, way less time dedicated apparently.
Just adorable. Adorable
They
little
didn't
is
quite
really cute.
capture the sounds they make or the smell they have.
Well, let me just ask you a question here. What sound does a fox make? I don't want a fox anymore.
They're cute in their craziness, but man, they do not come down from 100%.
You know, they jump up in the air and land their face straight in the snow. Adorable, but it's
They're
a
not
lot.
pets.
It's a lot to deal with.
I need a fox. This sounds like a wonderful idea for me.
here we go.
We need an outdoor enclosure.
Rob Gonsalves of Rob's Movie Vault, January 1st, 2000. This is an accomplished and sometimes exciting, but by and large, largely unsatisfying film.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, that's a lot of words.
He had a quota to fill. He wouldn't get paid unless he used all these big words.
Jerry Charme of Your Movies from Cleveland.com, one of the weaker Disney films, September 2nd, 2002.
Why was 2000 and 2002 the year of dishing on Fox and the Hound? Did it come out of the vault at that time?
No, it's just everybody had beef and they decided now's the time. We feel safe
John
enough to talk
J.
about it.
Puccio of the movie Metropolis. Very sweet and no doubt a delight for children. That's questionable. But I found the movie quite slow and tedious. October 11th, 2006.
I think he watched the first 20 minutes of the movie.
And gave up. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, this is a sweet movie.
Yep, I've seen enough.
Because, while the two are playing together and, it's sweet. When they say, we're going to be friends forever, that's sweet. Okay, cute.
He shut it off and moved on. Well, that's adorable. I've seen enough. I'm good.
When they bite each other on the neck and bare teeth, that's not sweet. That's not sweet.
It's sweet enough.
I mean, maybe they tasted sweet.
I know. You don't know what they were doing with their tongues.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just complained about me.
James Kendrick from the Q Network Film Desk, August 11th, 2011. Not one of Disney Studios' best efforts, but nonetheless, it remains a fascinating product of an era of upheaval, as well as a meaningful statement about the nature of prejudice.
Did he watch this, or did he watch Uncle Remus?
He probably watched this.
Song of the South.
He probably watched it to the end.
Oh, there's a whole... Yikes. This is a very long review. Oh, my goodness.
Hopefully you can find some high points.
No, I'm not. It's several scrolls worth of scrolling.
Several scrolls worth of scrolling.
I mean, when I turn around and watch this now as an adult, I'm kind of there. It's not for us as adults. This is definitely not for us. We are not the aim of this product. Kids are the aim, and I'm guaranteeing you kids are not seeing things like as deeply, except for the really emotional ones, and then there's nothing much you can do for those. They're gonna feel all the feels anyway. But it's really tough to put adult labels on a movie that it's not for you. Yeah, it's like for us going in and like watching, what's his name, like Blippi or whatever that.
Blippi's
there's different weird, but Joe, there's different versions of Blippi. Like there's kids Blippi, but then there's Blippi who pooped on people Blippi and all that stuff.
Okay, I don't know anything about that other than the guy. I'm not going to watch that. But that's the point. It's not for me, so me passing judgment on it doesn't make sense if the product...
That's true.
Why am I ingesting a product not for me? Now, if I'm watching Blue's Clues, that's something totally different. I'm down with Blue's Clues.
I get what you're saying. It's like, I can make fun of the fact that the Ryan's World movie that cost $10 million to make and has only made $429,000 so far is crap, but there might be some kids out there who enjoy it. And it might hit them in a different way that I don't see. I see parents cash grabbing and turning their child into a internet star without asking. But
there you go.
The kids who see it, they see something else. They see the cool
You could stare at Skibbity Toilet and not have any fucking clue what's going on.
Which soon we'll have to, because there's a TV show coming in a movie.
Oh, God.
And I'm not even joking. They're directed by Michael Bay.
Oh.
Explosion.
How the mighty have fallen.
It's not for us as far as I know.
Nope.
But, I mean, if I'm looking at it technically, it's a really, looks good, animated well. The voicing is done by some really stellar folks that did a good job.
Yes.
Does the story not do it for us as adults?
Oh, yeah,
it doesn't.
Sure.
Yeah, from a technical standpoint, it's a good movie. It's well done.
Yeah, if you can sit a kid in front of it and the kid sticks with it, I mean, that would be a better judgment call on if it's quote unquote good, because it's a product for them.
I'll tell you what, Joe.
Like cigarettes.
If we're going to be making these kind of judgments on things, if we're going to be doing a podcast based on whether or not nostalgia holds up on movies, we're going to have to get over the not for us thing real quick.
Yeah, I know. Because I just thought about that. Because I'm like, Land Before Time, that's not for us anymore.
Oh, that's still for me.
No. But also, it does answer the question, does this hold up with nostalgia? Not really.
No.
No.
I didn't have it as a child.
You got to be
so
really
it can't
locked
be
in
for me.
on that nostalgia.
I pictured it and not knowing why I got sad from watching it as a child, and now I know why I got sad as a child, and I hate it even more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I hate it.
I would watch like not even the first half of this film, and then go off and do something else, because I watched this movie once from beginning to end when I was very young, and that whole abandonment scene really messed me up.
If there's nothing to take away from this episode other than don't abandon your pets, that's a horrible thing to do.
That's a really tough thing to lay on kids, especially in the 80s.
No, I mean just
In general, like not even
one of the 16 people listening to this podcast.
Come on, Joe.
Don't abandon your pets.
Or your babies.
Or the elderly.
If you're gonna abandon your elderly, don't even get an elderly.
Yeah, leave it at the mall. Don't even take it home with you.
Oh, you almost killed me there. I taking a drink.
The elderly are not Easter presents.
You don't put them in a basket. And
They're
leave them
all
around.
year They're all year. Can't return them when they're not elderly anymore. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
It's a Benjamin Button going on? All right.
Anyway. Yeah, the nostalgia doesn't really hold up as an adult coming back and watching this. Yes, it is still sad to go through the abandonment section of this film.
especially when you completely forgot about it, and then
Yeah, I forgot until she put him in the trunk. I'm like, why is she crying? Oh no.
It didn't register to me till she's driving away, and there's just the combined wave of confusion and fear that is put into Todd's voice.
See, and I got mad instantly because all I could think about was you took a predator and babied it, and what? You're going to put it back in? No, it's not going to know how to catch prey. It's not going to know what to do.
Yeah.
That thing's
right
going to
there.
die.
No idea when the wildly horny lady fox shows up and it's just like, "Hey, big boy."
Yeah, I like when, Todd's first mentioned by the owl, and yeah, horny fox is just like, what? Where? I'd like to meet him. It's like, wow. All right, we know your motives.
There are several big sads in this movie, not just the abandonment.
Big sads.
It starts off, Mama dies. Second, I would say would be the failure of friendship into adulthood,
Ooh, yes, bros
which
before
also
hoes.
could be loss of innocence, and then abandonment. There's three good big sads in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And two, I mean, outside of the whole social commentary of just because you look different, you can still be friends, you can still get along, you don't have to bite each other's throat or whatever.
It just proves that in order for everyone to get over all of their prejudices, we all just have to fight bears.
Oh,
I liked that bear. That bear was a highlight.
that's the lesson of the movie.
That it
Go
did
fight a
shake
bear.
things up at the end there. I was like, yeah, now we got stuff happening again.
Can we settle just anyone with red eyes, or does it have to be a bear?
It's a bear because of the Red Scare.
Oh,
Okay.
It's communism coming in to ruin the day.
Got it. Communism drops prejudice. Got it. I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Joe. Got it.
How
I got
can
it.
we
Okay.
defeat the commies if we're fighting each other here?
You might be on something here.
But yeah, the other thing that I took away from the end of the film was even if you don't end up with someone at the end, those people, or in this case, dog friends, you had along the way kind of make you who you are, and you make them who they are. So it's not just about the end. We've been friends forever and we're still hanging out. It's also all about those intertwining relationships you have that are momentary in life that help shape you to be who you are. Just watching them part ways at the end, it's like those two being friends was very impactful and meaningful for them. And yeah, they'll probably not see each other again.
not with that attitude.
But it's okay for you to watch your friends from a cliff, even if you're not talking to them anymore.
You can just stare as they sleep in their barrel from a distance.
From over 300 yards away.
In their barrel.
Because of your restraining order.
We learned a lot with this one, didn't we?
More than we did with Lost Land Before Time.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot more crazy in this one.
Yeah, I will say that. I will say there's a lot more unhinged scenes.
Well, yeah.
Well, you could say that was us putting some buckshot into the radiator of the Summer of Sadness by watching The Fox and the Hound. If you want to keep listening to funky, meandering chatter about movies and whether they hold up from childhood or whenever the heck we saw them, stick around because we're going to do some more. We're doing one a month now instead of once every other week because that's where life is right now. And you can come back next time and hear us start potentially. I'm going to throw this one into the next genre here, the fall of fear.
Can we not?
Depending on how well this fits in is
we just
debatable.
Just
but
make,
maybe
just make it let's just say we're doing this one and not give it a title.
Too bad. I already did.
Damn it. Okay, shit.
It's the Lawnmower Man. So come back next time when we rewind again. Did I cut out?
Nope, we got you that time.
We got you that time.
I'm sure.
That was
Did I cut out that time?
Yes.
That one, yes.
That's fine.